Hi everyone, before we go into the podcast, I just wanted to say thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I'm super grateful for your continued loyalty and support. If you could do me a quick favour, if you could give me a review on Apple Podcasts, it really helps the algorithm and it will help this podcast go up the lists. If there are any subjects or topics that you want me to cover, then please do reach out to me on DM on LinkedIn and I will do my best to find the best guest for that subject or topic. This is the Absolute Business Mindset Podcast. This is a quick podcast which will give you insight into business. I will share my thoughts, ideas from content leaders and experiences from my life. And I hope you'll have a few aha moments on this journey. Today I'm going to talk about Mental Health Week and nature. So mental health is really important to me for many reasons. And today I'm going to talk about how you can incorporate nature and the benefits that it can have for your mental health. So today I'm going to talk about 7 different ways that you can use nature to be able to help your mental health. I think you'll all appreciate that being outside and being in nature, whether that's woods, or rural or coastal, can be incredibly helpful for your mental health. Just being there can help in so many different ways. So the first way that it will help is that you can find nature wherever you are, whether, as I said, whether you're in the city, it might be a park, whether you're in the rural, it might be in woods or the coastland. And it's really important to be wherever you are in the world to be close to nature. The coast for me is incredibly inspiring. I love being by the coast and I love being able to sometimes go for a swim in the sea if it's not too cold, but walking along beaches, being present along beaches and dunes is really uplifting for me and helps my mental health. The second thing is to connect with nature using all of your senses. So using your sight, for me, the coastal is inspiring. That smell of the salty air is amazing that you get for walking along the coast. Hearing, so you can hear the sea crashing or birds that are tweeting. The seagulls, for example, also not my favourite animal, but that does definitely add to being by the coast. And then the taste sensation, which is like fish and chips on the coast, which is amazing. Third thing is to get out into nature. So that can be so many different things. So I've just mentioned a couple of times about walking along the coast, but it could be bird watching. And it can be any age group. Getting out into nature can be at any age group. Whatever you enjoy is incredibly important. Whatever age to be around nature. The fourth point is that bringing nature back home with you. Now that might be collecting pebbles from the sea. That might be bringing flowers into the house. There's a certain smell that it helps you when you bring flowers into the house, which I think is a very enjoyable thing. The fifth thing is exercising in nature. So we all know we should be doing more exercise, and to actually do it outside, there's a totally different experience that you have running or walking or cycling on outside compared to the gym. I do go to the gym and I do spend time there, and I think that it is incredibly useful, but there is something that just evokes a release that you don't always get in the gym if you are walking, running or cycling in nature. And then the sixth thing might be combining nature with creativity. Now that could be drawing, painting. It could be collecting flowers and putting them in a press or in a vase or in a frame, to really think about creativity. And the creativity is great for kids as well. The kids are generally more creative than adults, and just to have that sort of creativity using nature as your tool to be able to be creative is very enjoyable. And then the seventh thing is protecting nature, and that can be things like recycling and tidying beaches and doing various other things when you're protecting nature. So this was really just a one-off podcast for me to share some thoughts about how nature can help your mental health. I just want to say mental health is an incredibly important subject for me. I've had people, and myself has been affected by mental health, and everyone, it is completely cross all demographics, whether you're rich or poor, male or female, coloured or white, you are all impacted by mental health. And if there's someone that you know that you think is slightly down, slightly depressed, then I urge you to reach out to them. And I can tell you that friendship can be an incredibly important part of being able to build a more robust and resilient mental health. So if there is someone out there that you suspect, then I would urge you to reach out to them. But yeah, thank you so much for all your support. This was a slightly different podcast today, but it's an important subject, and we should all be thinking about this and having that at the forefront of mind, whether it's your own mental health or friends, family, colleagues, whoever it is. So thank you very much for your time.